Good morning. It's Charles McCall. I'm looking at 2 Timothy in my devotions this morning, reading through the second chapter, and I'm reading from my my John Maxwell Holy Bible, my Holy Bible with John Maxwell annotations. And John has a little box down here. It says Portraits of a Leader, 2 Timothy 2, verses 2 through 26, almost the entire chapter. And the Apostle Paul in this chapter uses several metaphors. In fact, he uses 7 different metaphors to try to convey the truth of leadership. And so John points out the first metaphor. These are characteristics of a leader. This is Leadership 101. If someone wants to be a leader, they need to cultivate these qualities. If someone thinks they're a leader, but they don't have these qualities, they actually might just be taking a walk. And so the first quality is a leader as a teacher. And a teacher reproduces himself. 2 Timothy chapter 2, that things which you've heard from me among many witnesses, commit to these to faithful men who will be able to teach others also. And so the first characteristic that Paul brings to us is a leader is a teacher. A leader is looking for students to pass on information, to pass on life skills and character, who will pass on to others. The second quality is of a leader is a soldier. You must therefore endure hardship as a good soldier of Jesus Christ. This is in verse 3. And a soldier is loyal to those. It goes on to say, no one engaged in warfare entangles himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who enlisted him as a soldier. And so a soldier is loyal. A soldier is committed to the commander above him, whether that's his pastor, his discipler, his mentor, especially the Lord Jesus Christ. And the soldier also endures hardship, whatever it takes to accomplish the task, whatever it takes to do, whatever sacrifice is necessary, whatever cost there is to pay, then the soldier is willing to do that. And so this is a characteristic of a leader, whether you're a leader in business, a leader in the family, or a leader in an organization, a leader in a church. These are basic leadership qualities. The third quality is a leader is an athlete. It goes on to say, and if anyone competes as an athlete, he is not crowned unless he competes according to the rules. That's in verse 5. And so a leader is disciplined. In order to win the race, first, you have to be disciplined. You have to be in shape. You have to take the time day after day, day after day, day after day to develop the skills that are necessary to win at your sport. And you have to follow the rules. If you cheat while you're participating in the event, you're going to lose. Just like I read in the news about the Russians nowadays, as I'm recording this, are not being allowed to participate in the Olympic Games because they cheated. And so a leader is disciplined and a leader follows the rules. In verses 6, 7, Paul uses that a metaphor of a farmer. The hard-working farmer must be first to partake of the crops. And so the metaphor of a farmer shows that a leader is a hard worker, and a leader uses his time and resources. That's what it means to be a hard worker. It means you work smart. You don't just use a lot of energy and create a lot of activity, but a farmer knows the seasons. A farmer works from morning till night, and he uses the right tools. And so these are characteristics of a leader. A leader works smart. A leader works hard. A leader uses the resources wisely that he has. He doesn't waste them. Another characteristic of a leader is in verse 15 through 19. Leader is a worker. 15 through 19. Be diligent to present yourself approved to God, a worker who does not need to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. And so a worker is diligent, and that just means that you do the best. Diligent is a very important word. Take time to study it in the book of Proverbs. But you do the best that you can. You're conscientious about what you do. You don't work sloppily. You don't work carelessly. You don't work haphazardly, but you're very conscientious. You try to do the best job that you can. You think about the details that you're doing and the result of what you're doing. And number 6, verses 20 through 22, a leader is a vessel. But in a great house, there are not only vessels of gold and silver, but also of wood and clay, some of honor and some for dishonor. Therefore, if anyone cleanses himself from the latter, he will be a vessel for honor, sanctified and useful for the master, prepared for every good work. And so a leader is a vessel, which is pure, someone who is pure, someone who separates themselves from things that are not godly. And verse 7, number 7, seventh characteristic is a leader is a servant. In verses 23 through 26, I'm not going to read all of it, but avoid foolish and ignorant disputes, knowing they generate strife. And a servant of the Lord must not quarrel, but be gentle to all, able to teach, patient, and in humility correcting those who are in opposition to them. And so a leader is gentle in how they relate, not harsh, not rough, not crude, but a gentle person who has their spirit under control. And so these are characteristics, basic characteristics of anyone who wants to be a leader, anyone who thinks they're going to be a leader, from 2 Timothy chapter 2, verses 2 through 26.